sirs, and madams alike, especially madams of a most borderline legal age indeed, 10 years old. Allow me to introduce myself, Lord Biscayus Chaddington Higgins of Worcestershire, a man of such earth-shattering historic significance that if you were born Chinese, you would most certainly have been born Mulan. Elegant, sensual. My best friend is a talking dragon who sounds remarkably like Eddie Murphy. On telling people this, normally people think that I am a man of no integrity, to which I respond, well, you'd be correct, for I have no gender. I didn't have time to form one. I was only inside my mother's womb for 2 months, and then the doctors discovered my whereabouts. So I ripped my way out of my mother's innards as if there were nothing more than the banner and AFL team jogs through at the grand finals. The second spleen, the glitter that falls from the sky. I distinctly remember the conversation beforehand that she had with the doctor. Good heavens, I'm pregnant then, am I? Blimey, I wasn't expecting I was able to have any more of those. I'm getting into an old chook now, aren't I? 15. And in a split second later, stunning up front of the doctor tried to force me out by poking me with a broom, to which my only response was, For the next 2 years, I survived off the doctor's patience every time he walked out of his room to swig another swipe of his homemade vodka that he brewed in a bathtub. I'd stand up the ceiling, turn my head 180 degrees, start laughing manically at the patients below. Cats on them. I recall telling this tale to Lord Gullivan over a pipe of opium that was freshly shipped in from the Orient just last season on his tea farm in India, to which his only response was, Higgins, my dear boy, that meal must have been frightfully done. Where was the spices? Where was the gravy? Have you not even a simple bottle of Worcestershire to add a bit of trifle of flavour to the rancid flesh of the seaweed that you're eating on a daily basis? To which my only response was, Yes, Lord Gullivan. Worcestershire sauce was readily available, however there was no need for such fanciful trimmings. You see, the sweat-induced terror that devoured their skin acted as the sweetest condiment of all. And this is but one tale of my recently published memoirs entitled Higgins, War, What Is It Good For? I'll tell you what it's good for, you miserable transient. My shares portfolio, as I invested heavily in arms and regret nothing. To hell with the limbless children, it'll only make it harder for them to cheat in hopscotch. Every single page of that entire manuscript was handwritten by the finest inks made by Papermate and by my scribe, who is a very old man, and every time he tries to doze off after hours of relentless writing, I unleash on him, he hears the unzipping of pants and the sexually threatening wheezing of another old man as he moves in closer, scoffs a Viagra pill, and readies to mount him as if he were a dying sea lion, hoping to mount onto the closest female in a desperate attempt to pass on his inferior genes. As soon as he hears this, he wakes up startled. Yes, my lord, you were discussing how you wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, and therefore you could say, yes, I'm ridiculously wealthy, but what's the point? I'll never live up to Biggie Smalls' legacy as I just don't have the talent. Yes, good boy, you were listening. And then I unplug the plug of the old man's breathing apparatus which forces him back. He has to sit back down, forever ready to pounce like a dog chasing a wheeling carriage. I also have many chapters in my memoirs devoted entirely to my high-sea adventures as a young child, in which I explored far-off distant ports as far away as Coffs Harbour, where they have the largest banana your eyes shall ever have the privilege of gazing upon. I made an entire 3-dimensional model of this big banana. It is a smaller banana. Now remove the children from the audience, for I'm about to get rid of an entire episode plotline of Sesame Street by counting how many bananas I've purchased from Coles. Let's begin, shall we? 1. Yeah! That was the entire episode. I've got another 50 minutes to fill this sham episode of Sesame Street. So I believe for the next 10 minutes at least I'll sit there jeering Oscar the Grouch with a penny. Yes? Is this what you want, Oscar? Is this to purchase your meals? Then piss yourself, you miserable
Go on, do it for a cheap laugh. Do something for the bloody children that you've been there for 40 years and done absolutely nothing to them except for grouch around at them. Give them a portable swimming pool for Pete's sake. Turn your trash can into it. At least it'll have less urine, even though the liquid inside will be 100% urine. At least it'll be less than the public pool that's nearby at Sesame Street, of which I contributed most of the liquid.